Hey kids, guess what the secret words for this video are? That's right, fuck Pinnacle! Yay! Anyway, hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Paper Mario. I am Hunter, the one who was there found a polar bear, and in the last part, we returned to Toad Town to find that the place has been overrun with those things that are hopping in the background. AKA Shy Guys. And in this part, we're going to continue to ignore them by doing things unrelated to doing anything about them. Unless they get in our way. Right, so you're probably wondering why I'm saying fuck Pinnacle. Well, because it's a douche, among other things. It decided, hey, the moment I'm going to hit the stop catch-up button, guess what? I'm not going to work and freeze instead and also crash your audio recording program because I'm a douche. Like that. Seriously, it crashed my audio recording program, so the live commentary was lost. That's how it happened. But luckily, the video was still there, and that is thankful because in this video, at the end of it, I saved the game. So if it hadn't recovered properly, I would be kind of in a rut. Because although I have a backup file, I only back that file up once I'm assured that every part has been uploaded of the recent most recording. Yeah, I don't know why I do that either. Anyway, so we're here back at the Mount Rugged because of this block we passed last time, oh so obviously. Very oh so obviously. And it's a shame because, yeah, this is an upgrade block. Oops. This probably could have helped me out in the third chapter, but I was an idiot and decided not to pick it up. And again, the only two partners we haven't upgraded yet are Cooper and Coopericary? Really? No, Paracary. So it's not like it really would have mattered since I don't think I even touched those partners in that chapter. So, no real loss, but the thought of it still would have been nice, I suppose? I don't know. Anyway, now I'm going to have to jump cut to dry desert. This place is very dry, terrible segue. So anyway, now that we're here, we're going to discover so obviously that nope, Colorado is not here. Because I missed him, because he left at the end of chapter 2. Or more so at the end of chapter 3. Now I have to wait until chapter 5 to find him. Anyway, now we're going to jump cut to Dry Outpost. And look, we're at Dry Outpost. It's like I'm recording this in post. Commentary. So, Chuck Wismo again. Quiz! It's everybody's favorite Chuck Quizmaster. Chuck Wismo. Yes, I said that right. Want to try the quiz? Good. Let's go to the question. Alright. Right, so Mad Hatter voice is kind of inconsistent, so I'm going to try something a little bit different. Question. What is the name of Gumbario's younger sister? Okay, terrible Troy McClure impression. Why did I nail it the first time back in Super Paper Mario and I just can't do it now? Anyway, correct answer to this question is Gumbaria. Give me a moment, I'm thinking. In the capturing time period, which was about 2 weeks ago plus. Probably. Or maybe it was a week ago. It was a week ago. Yeah, it was a week ago. Nearly 2 weeks. Somewhere around that number. You've correctly answered one question so far, and off he goes. I'm pretty sure that he will keep asking you the same question until you get that question right, so no fears. Except time being wasted. And time is money, as we all know. Anyway, now to run around this tree. This makes me look completely and totally sane. So much. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? What exactly are you doing walking around that tree? You're making me dizzy. What? You're joking? You believe some crazy dream? You're weird. Well, okay, I guess. I mean, I got a message in a dream a long time ago, but it didn't mean anything. It said there's a house with a whirling roof in a large town near a castle. If you spin jump 3 times inside the house, something good should happen to you. Ha ha ha! A house with a whirling roof. As if that existed. Ha! I don't take dreams seriously. I guess not. Speaking of dreams, and a terrible segue, a lot of people would really have liked to see a super cool Sonic movie. And the people over at Blue Core Studios, who have made the Mega Man film, which also is mixed results. I think the reception to that was a bit more positive than the fan film was. For the most part, Dr. Wily looks pretty goddamn weaselly in that movie, I can tell you that. Then again, I guess that's his character, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, the Sonic fan film, or technically the spec film, as it wants to be called, is basically an 18-minute is it really called short? No, it's an 18-minute film. Whatever. The point is, it's about Sonic doing a bunch of things. It's also about Robotnik doing a bunch of things. Sonic's voiced by Julia. Well, you know the story. Hopefully you do. And of course, like half of the people on the planet, I did take a look at it. But before I talk about that, let's talk about these guys. Dark Koopas. Oh, joy. Recolors. This is Dark Koopa. Dark Koopa's Koopa Troopas who live in Totan tunnels. They're known for cars and darkness. Max XP is 8, attack power is 3, and defense power is 2. Wow, that's actually tougher than normal Koopa Troopas. Be careful when you see them grand. It means about to do their dizzy attack. The defense power is 0 when they turn over. It's better to use jump attacks, otherwise I'm gonna kill you. Mario, that sounded rather vicious at the end there. I don't know what you're on about. Anyway, what he meant by that is that see that guy on the back? He's like, I gotta kill you. And then he does that spin. That means, yeah, he's about to do the dizzy attack. So if you let him do that, you will get stunned for about 3 turns. And every time you get hit by the dizzy attack, that counter resets. So you could be technically, what's the word? Stun-locked? Yes, stun-locked. You could be stun-locked for a very long time. Especially if there's about a bunch of them. Man, wouldn't that be something if there was like 4 of them trying to do it at once? Foreshadowing, that's obviously not. Anyway, so yeah. I'm just gonna try to quickly sum up my feelings on the fan film before I spend half the video on it. Very awkward, for the most part. Yes, that's basically the best summary I can give it. It feels kind of awkward, I don't know. Something about the low budget makes it feel that way, but I don't know. There's been a lot of low budget movies that have turned out to be great. This one just kind of feels weird. Also, there's a lot of cameos. An absurd amount of cameos. No idea why. Mostly because a majority of them look like they don't want to be there. Especially, Doug Walker, buddy. Poor guy. I don't know. It really looked like, even though he didn't really have any speaking lines, I don't think, he just looked like, I don't know, there was something about him. It just like, I don't want to be here, why am I here? And I think James Rolfe, when he was reading the script, or he was reading the lines for his part, it looked like he was about to bust a gut from how silly it sounded. And also, yeah, it is a bit short. We kind of maybe were expecting it to be a bit longer, but then again, they did tell us that it was only going to be 18 minutes, so why did I think otherwise? I don't know. Anyway, what can I say that's neutral about the film instead of ragging on the thing the whole time? Well, actually, wait, one more thing. Julia White, you were good as Sonic back in the day of the Adventures and the Sad AM and the Underground. No, actually, wait, no, I take that back, reverse it. But dude, he hasn't really aged well as Sonic's voice. I'd much rather prefer Craig Smith over him at this point. It better fits Sonic's current age, but then again, I guess the whole point of the spec film was to represent the pre-Sonic, because at the end of the movie he's a Green Hill Zone. I don't know. Anyway, things that... Oh yeah, and this shit. Did I mention this shit? This shit. Don't you love when it comes in at the most useless of times? Like right when I'm about to kill the enemy? Not when I'm about to get the experience, but no, just when I kill the enemy. God. Don't come in at a useful time for once. Just keep on coming in at useless times. Also, this is the battle I was foreshadowing to. Yep! There's a bunch of them. A bunch of them about to do the dizzy attack. Gee, I wonder what's gonna happen. Am I going to get stun locked? Yes, I am! Alright, let me wrap this up quickly. Things I thought were okay about the film, but not exactly great. 3D modeling for, like, the Gamma bots, A Carrier, Sonic himself. Don't worry, I'm not talking about the spines. I don't even know why they did that. It doesn't look any more realistic than, fucking... I don't even know why they did this, the fur thing the way they did. It looks like pipe cleaners. Anyway, yeah, but the modeling itself, ignoring the textures for Sonic, at least, okay. In fact, it was pretty cool. It was pretty spot on in terms of that. Sonic's attitude was okay, except for that one bit that kind of reminded almost everybody of Sonic 06. I'm pretty sure if you've seen the fan film, you know what part I'm talking about. The acting, okay, sort of. It's standard fan film fare, I suppose. Yes. And now for the two parts of the movie that stood out the most, and probably the reasons why I kind of think it's okay. But no, correction. The two parts of the film that I really thought were awesome or stupidly hilarious that I thought they were great. Eggman's acting reminds me of Jeff Bridges from Iron Man 1, very hammy. That's how Eggman should be. He should be a giant slab of ham, smothered in butter and grease. Because that, my person, well, actually there's a balance between ham and completely serious. And I'm hoping they weren't going for serious because, well, it doesn't really go that well. But if they were going for hammy, then they did it. Also, Fingers the Echidna. Or aka Knuckles with gloves that aren't boxing gloves, which looks kind of weird because we're not used to seeing him with fingers. Also, we unlocked a pipe to Boo's mansion, which, for the record, there was another badge I missed there. I love it when I miss stuff. It's so great. Text bubble of the person who told me that I missed the badge there. Or at least one of them. Okay, both of them. See both of them right there. See where all the arrows are pointing? Yep, that's where it is. So yeah, that. And now I'm basically going to try to look for some hidden blocks while I get up to that upgrade block over there. And I end up taking a bit because I don't know where they are because I'm dumb. It's not like I've played this game many times before and memorized where everything is. Oh wait, I should have, because I have played this game many times before and probably should have memorized where these are, but apparently not. And again, nobody's perfect. The point is, I think we can actually jump these blocks with Mario and no assist from Paracarry, so once again, it proves how much of a useful partner he is. He lied. Right, and topic number 2 will be coming up after I get this upgrade block for Paracarry. Excuse me. That's better. My snapping wasn't working for a second there. Anyway, yes. Paracarry's getting an upgrade, and he probably will stop being ignored. Or start being ignored again, because he's not going to get another upgrade until probably the last time we need an upgrade a partner. Unless people say otherwise, unless I say otherwise, and until we learn what his super upgrade move is. Or Ultra, I think it is. Yep, Ultra. Right, so topic number 2. New Super Mario Bros. U, which I've been playing recently because I have gotten a Wii U. I gotta say, yeah, it's okay. It does feel samey. I'm alright with it, in terms of a game, but when you really think about it, for a series that calls itself New Super Mario Bros., it's not really being all that new, is it? That joke has been made 1,000 times before, and I'm sorry that I have to bring it up again, but it is true. The games do feel kind of the same. In fact, as odd as it is, I think the only game that doesn't feel quite the same is, New Super Mario Bros. 1 for the DS. Because I think it had at least a bit of a different amount of enemies in variety. And it didn't quite it was also the first one, so come on. You can't really rag on it for that. Yeah. But seriously, they do change some things in the game, but with the way the games are made now, it's not really enough to completely impact it all that much. And especially since those changes are oh so insignificant that all the samey stuff still overwrites it. But seriously, it does feel kind of the same. But don't you want maybe a new 3D game? You admit it, you want a 3D game. You wanna make one in time. You just don't feel like it because you're scared. You're scared of taking risks, and I dare you to try at least once. Or just, you know, make another 3D Mario game, and we will be happy. At least. Anyway, fishing letters. Because this is the side quests we were doing in a couple of parts, and are still doing, technically. So yes, he and all his buddies of non-Koopa relatedness, for the most part, want to get together and go on a fishing trip, as we've sort of seen before, but haven't really, because I haven't really explained it. New letter goes to Fishmail at Toontown Port. His name is Fishmail. Get the joke. Anyway, I haven't played through New Super Mario Bros. Wii all the way through, so I don't know if it's exactly different in terms of the actual levels, but the themes and the worlds themselves are practically the same. Kind of exactly. So yeah. Alright. And now I'm gonna look for the second person I have to deliver a letter to, which is, I think it's Rusty or Musty, something T. But for some reason I keep trying to talk to a bunch of Koopas, because for some reason I didn't get the hint that T could possibly stand for Toad, because that is just way too insane a concept. So yeah. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Alright, final topic. 6th Gen Pokemon is apparently a thing that exists and also takes place in France. Yeah. I'm starting to notice a little bit of a trend that, like, the first 4 generations of Pokemon were based around regions in Japan. The 5th one is basically America, or New York City more specifically. Now the 6th generation is taking place in France. Paris specifically. I'm actually wondering what the 7th gen, if they ever decide to make one, or if they ever make one, which really would not surprise me, because apparently they still got enough ideas to make a 6th gen, or even a 5th gen, or 4th gen. Point aside, yes. Graphically, it actually looks pretty good. Yes. Also, we just gave some autograph to this guy, Koopa Koot. Clearly, I am not paying attention to the game all that much. But I do know we get a coin. See? Told you. Actually, it kind of said it as we got the coin, so you could consider that for bodingly cheating. Poor choice of words. Yeah, so Pokemon X and Y. Starters look okay. I mean, they're nothing too spectacular. I mean, they're alright. They're probably the most animalistic, the most animal-like starters, like, in a while, I guess. Because the grass starter, whose name I can't remember, I think it's, yeah, it's Chespin. Chespin. Oh, okay, that kind of funny. Yeah, Chespin, the grass starter, Froakie, the water starter, and Fennekin, the fire starter. I am only hoping that the fire starter does not turn into a firefighting type, because that's what it has been for quite a while. Also, I'm probably... Oh, hey, look, Chuck Cosmo. Yep, another question. Let me finish this up because the video is going to be over soon, so, yeah. Probably either going to go with Fennekin, because, well, I don't think I've had a fire starter for a while. I'm not entirely sure if I had. I think the last time I had a fire starter was with, whatever the 4th gen fire starter was. I don't remember. Probably gonna have to get a comment or two about that because of it. Or possibly Froakie, because it's a frog with a mustache, and you cannot go wrong with a frog with a mustache. See Frog from Chrono Trigger. Yeah. And also, the legendaries have also been revealed along with the starters, so yeah, there's that too. As many people pointed out, yes, they do look like letters. Oh yeah, And I also forgot to mention that our job with Koopa Koot was to get his wallet, which was outside that one Koopa's house near the connecting area thing. Ah, Morty, that's his name. Yeah. So that clusterfuck of words aside, the legendaries, yeah, they look like the letters of the games that I'm assuming they're gonna be in. I don't remember the names because they're weird. But because of how axes work, I'd imagine it's also kind of weird to see that the X version starter, assuming that it is the X version starter, also, that letter we delivered to Morty was from his wife. That X version starter is based on the ground because, you know, the X axis, and the Y version starter is actually sky based because, you know, the Y axis goes vertically up. It's a weird thing. So what version I'm probably gonna get? Probably gonna get the X version because then I can get 3 copies and make a bad pun. Anyway, next time on Paper Mario live commentary again. Whee! That was a weird ending.